Hello, everyone. Welcome to a lovely Wednesday evening here from uptown New York City. It's another fundraising trivia to benefit the staffs of the Whalen and the Brazen Head Brooklyn, two bars which ordinarily I would be hosting pub quiz at, but yet we find ourselves here. And it's amazing that you joined us. We've raised a whole load of money already. Let's hear some shout outs in the chat. Where is everyone from? Anyone from, not the United States? I don't know. It might be hard because of our time zones. But hi. Hi, everyone. How are we doing? This is going to be very exciting because I have a very exciting round for you tonight. We're going to give away $50 for the winner of this evening's contest. And we have 6 lovely rounds. But before we describe those rounds, let's go for the rules of the night. Here are the rules. Firstly, teams of no more than 6 players, please. If you find yourself on a team with 6 people, well, there's no way for me to find out, so just try to be cool. The next rule is don't shout at the answers. What that means is don't spoil it in the chat. Winning Kate is from Wisconsin, but she's going to be a good enough a girl to not spoil it in the chat. If you're joining us from afar, I want you to all know, please watch, enjoy, but don't shout it out in the chat. And then the final answer of the final the final rule of the night is don't Google answers. I know we're on a computer, but ethics. So if you get the inkling to Google answers, chances are I might actually find out. How will I find out? Well, this is how you'll know. I'm going to vet some of your answers. I'm going to ask 6 rounds of trivia, starting soon with the first round, the visual round. After that comes round 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And at the end of each of those rounds, you're going to submit all of your answers at once. Every single one of them. Don't give them to me piecemeal. Give them to me 1 through 10. You're going to turn them into Facebook Messenger. It's Austin Tyler Rogers. Don't worry if it comes back that we haven't connected with one another. I will find you. And then after that, we will take a look at those answers, take a look at the scores, see who's on the leaderboard, and move on to the subsequent round. While we're talking about the rounds, here are the rounds. Round 1, the visual round, is going to come forthwith, and that is video game characters. Round 2 is racing. The third round, as always, is before and after. I'll let you know how that works shortly. The audio round is degrees of artists. This one's a pretty clever one. Never done it before. Let's see how it works. Round 5, pop princesses. Pretty self-explanatory. And the last round of the night is random shit you should know. A couple little housekeeping things. If you have something to dispute me, or if you don't think I got something right, I do make mistakes. Please send it to me in the chat. Don't send it to me on Facebook Messenger. Keep Facebook Messenger clear for the communications of the answers. And again, I just want to reiterate one last time. At the end of every round, turn in all of your answers for that round simultaneously. Now, how are we going to tell what our scores are? Well, good question. Luckily, I've thought of that. Coming across the chat right now, everyone should save this link, is the scoreboard. Everyone can see the scoreboard coming now. So make sure you save that, because after every round, you are going to score and grade yourselves. I will then take a look at what you've done, if you're in the lead, or if your score is a little arbitrarily or artificially inflated. I will then vet it and take a look at you and take you down a peg or two. But mostly if you're in the lead, I want to make sure that you are in the lead, rightfully so. Well, right now, why don't you guys take the next couple seconds or so to look at the scoreboard, make sure your team name's there, correct me if it isn't, again in the chat, and then let's get ready for round one, video game characters. I'll give you guys a minute or so to look at the scoreboard. All right, everyone looks like they're set up. Team Sexy Beard, Team Clive, Team whatever. You guys sort it out. Just put your answers in the same spot every time. I don't care what you're called. We'll figure it out later. Which brings us to, can anyone unseat Clive? Clive now has, I believe, Team Clive now has a 2-week winning streak. But I specifically engineered this week's to be a little nefarious towards them specifically. All right, guys, here we go into round one, video game characters. I'm going to show you 2 slides. Got to get this weatherman thing. I'm going to show you 2 slides, each of which will have 6 pictures on each slide. I'll give you 2 or 3 minutes to answer all 12. Again, 2 slides, 6 pictures on each slide. And you guys will have a couple minutes to take a look at them. Let's go take a look at the visual round. 3 minutes per slide, let's say that. Visual round, name the video character. Again, guys, I want you to turn all of them in simultaneously. So don't send me 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4. Send me 1 through 12. Again, that's 1 through 12. You'll get 3 minutes per each slide. 6 pictures, then 6 pictures. First half, 1 through 6. Name the video game character. They all have names. Here you go. Again, each of these characters have actual names. Don't care what franchise they're from. Don't even care what sequel they're from. I just need their names. First names, If they're only known by a first name, sure. But if they've got a common first name, like a Jack or something like that, well, I'm going to need a last name too. Again, here's the first 6. First and last name if their first name is a common name. 1 through 6, right here. I'll give you guys 1 more minute on it. Then we go through 6 through 12. While we're figuring out this round, again, a refresher of what these subsequent rounds of the evening are. Round 2 coming up next is racing. Round 3 before and after. The audio round is degrees of artists. After that, pop princesses. And then the final round of the night, random shit you should know. We also have the gambling round coming up. I took a poll today to see who enjoys the gambling round. Seems like most of you do, so let's get it on like Jonathan Papelbon for round 5. I'm going to let you know a little bit later what the gambling entails. Here we go with the next 6 in video game characters. This is all you get. I'm giving you 5 more seconds. Take a good look on 1 through 6, because here comes 7 through 12. Again, each of them have a name. And if their first name is a Jack or a Jim or a Dave, I'm going to need the last name. Next ones, 7 through 12. Name each of these video game characters. Don't worry if you don't know much about video games, because I'm sure we'll balance it out later with round 2 racing, round 3 before and after, the audio round, degrees of artists, pop princesses for round 5, and then the last round of the night is random shit you should know. $50 on the line for the winner of tonight's contest. And while we're giving a couple minutes to take a look at questions 7 onward for video game characters, let's see who's going to get the best team name and get $10 back. We got a couple Kim Jong Unwells and Kim Jong Undeads. Those are clever. Fine. Big Little Lysol. I like that one. Quizzer of Oohs and Ahs. Not sure if I get that one. Angela McColgan, Take Me Away. Oh, I wrote that. Never mind. Pearl Jam and Sand Lake. I'm Afraid of Monsters 2. Apocalypse. Wow. No Forkin' Chance. I like that one. That's clever. Quran Dreamers. Corinna Labellas and the Fellas. Oh, I wrote that one too. Again, if you don't write your own team names. Mike Pence, None the Richer. Justin, you guys get $10 back. If you want it, let me know. Otherwise, I'll roll it over. In the meantime, guys, take a look at 7 through 12. You guys got 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining. Then you're going to turn in your answers via Facebook Messenger. I'm going to reveal the answers. Then we grade, we score, and we go on to the next round, racing. 1 minute left. Kathleen, I got you. Team Hen Hud is on the board. My dad went to Hen Hud. Isn't that wild? I mean, he didn't graduate there, but he went there. All right, guys, 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left. If you know them, let's start getting, via Facebook Messenger, answers on 1 through 12. That's it. That's it. Time's up, time's up, time's up, time's up. Send me via Facebook Messenger what you think the answers to each of those 12 video game characters are. Already getting in are Joanna and David and Colin, lickety split like B-Rabbit on a mile of the Ocho. Everyone else, please compile them and send them via your team leader on Facebook Messenger. And then in about a minute or so, we're going to read the scores, read the answers. You're going to score yourselves on the spreadsheet. And then we're going to announce who is in the lead at this Wednesday's lovely, lovely, lovely trivia benefiting the Brazen Head and the Whalen. Yes, Tanya, it is so hard. But that's the beauty of trivia, because a little bit further on down the road, when you are rocking it at Pop Princesses round 5, all the dudes who did well on video games are going to be tanking it. It's yin, it's yang, it's give, it's take. Hey! Apparently I'm something else. Tom Walsh is in, Mary is in, Ron is in, JB is in, Lisa is in. Yep, I got you, Joanna. Angela, I got you. Rusa is in there. Kathleen is in there. Corinne Maria La Bella. Yes, Kathleen, you hate video games. That's okay. We balance it all out. Let's turn them in. Who is still out there waiting to turn in their answers? What? Phil Kim is in at a normal time. Clive is in. Sounding good, almost. Almost everyone's in. 30 more seconds to turn in your answers. Then we give the answers. All right, looks like most of you are in. We ready to do this? You ready? You ready? Number 1 was Solid Snake. I'm sorry, I cannot just accept Snake. Solid Snake, because that is from Metal Gear Solid. 2, Master Chief from the Halo franchise. 3, from Uncharted. His name is Nathan Drake. 4, the God of War series, Kratos, or Kratos. It's Greek, so it's probably Kratos. I don't play that game. Resident Evil's Jill Valentine for number 5. 6 is John Marston from Red Dead Redemption. 7, Q*bert. 8, from the Metroid series, Samus Aran. If you said Samus, you're fine, because that's not a Dave or a Bob. 9, Bonk from Bonk's Adventure. TurboGrafx 16 for Life, Son. 10, Bill Reiser from Contra. Yes, they have first names. The other is Lance something or other. From the Mario series, the Bob-omb, B-O-B-O-M-B. If you got phonetics on that, excellent. And number 12, from the notorious worst game of all time, that is E.T., the Extraterrestrial. All right, guys, go to your score sheet right now and answer how many of them that you got correct. I'm going to keep those answers up there for just a second, and I should see you to start grading yourselves. Let's see how we're doing up there. Grade yourselves. And then we're going to crown a winner moving in to the next round, which is racing. Round 3 before and after. After that is the audio round, Degrees of Musicians. Then Pop Princesses, and the final round of the night is Random Shit You Should Know. Let's get your scores in there right there. Lots of 7s and 8s and 9s. But take a look at what we got there. Kratos is spelled with a what? I don't care about spelling. Yeah, sure. What did I write? Who cares? Spelling is okay. If I spell it wrong, Kratos, sure. Oh, I see what I did. I said Kratos, but I wrote Kratos. Kratos is fine. Yes, you get it with Kratos. Hell, you get it with Kratos. That's okay. Turn them in. Turn in your answers next to your team name. And looks like we're doing... Yes, Kratos. Yes, technically we're all good. It's Samus Aran. That's what I said. Oh, is it Samus Aran? Whatever. Spelling doesn't count. Spelling doesn't count. Erica, I will add co-video Kill the Radio Star right now. All right, has everyone got their scores in thus far? Has everyone graded themselves? Looking good, looking good, looking good, looking good. I will give you guys a couple more seconds to grade yourselves. Then I'm going to sort it, and we'll see who's in the lead going into round 2, racing. Thanks, Dietz. I had a copyright get down last time for not playing classical because apparently some of the bands I play have dicks for lawyers. All right, looking good, looking good. Looks like everyone's in. Let's sort these and let's see who is in the lead right now. A lot of great scores, lots of 9s, the non-essentials, Big Little Lysol, Kim Jong Unwell, Thicko Mode, Kim Jong Undead, and Corinne Labella and the Fellas, all with 9. Team Clive and Mike Pence, none the richer, both with 10. And Quentin Quarantino in the lead with 11 out of 12. Excellent. Well done, guys. But even if you're down in the basement, you got plenty of time to make it up because now we go into round 2, racing. Round 3, before and after. The audio round is degrees of artists. And then the last round, night random shit you should know. Round 2, racing is going to start right now. At the funeral games, oops, I just lost my spot. One more time. You can read it, but let me. At the funeral games for Patroclus, organized by Achilles, Diomedes, with the help of Athena, bests Menelaus, Antilochus, and others in this epic poem. One more time. At the funeral games for Patroclus, organized by Achilles, Diomedes, with the help of Athena, bests Menelaus, Antilochus, and others in this epic poem for number 1 in racing. Hey, what's next? I would love to use your music for next week's. Get in touch with me. Let's do that. Even though you were probably terrible at that first round. Number 2 in racing. Although they famously earned a DNF in Calgary, racers from this country stunned the world with a 14th place finish, beating the USA, Russia, and France 6 years later in Lillehammer. Although they famously earned a DNF in Calgary, racers from this country stunned the world with a 14th place finish, beating the USA, Russia, and France 6 years later in Lillehammer for number 2 in racing. Number 3 in racing, Jacobus Johannes Jaap Eden is the only person to ever hold both world championships in cycling and speed skating and hailed from this nation. Jacobus Johannes Jaap Eden is the only person to ever hold both world championships in cycling and speed skating and hailed from this nation for number 3 in racing. Don't worry, guys. After number 10, we're going to repeat all the questions for a brief. DNF means did not finish. LOL means laugh out loud. Woo-hoo means Homer Simpson. And here's number 4 in racing. The iconic theme to 1981's Chariots of Fire was written by this Greek composer for number 4 in racing. One more time. The iconic theme to 1981's Chariots of Fire was written by this Greek composer for number 4 in racing. After racing comes before and after. Following that is the audio round, Connected Artists. Keep changing the name. I don't know what's going to be called. Maybe you guys will help me what it's called because I really like this round. I think it's going to work really well. The penultimate round of the evening is Pop Princesses, and the last round of the night is Random Shit You Should Know. How many teams do we have tonight? We look to have something on the order of 25 teams, 26 teams. Not too shabby at all. And 13 of those teams are within 3 points of one another. Let's go into number 5. Number 5, for the 2019 season, Chorizo's 19 wins landed it in second place to the Polish's 21 wins in a race series held in this city. For the 2019 season, Chorizo's 19 wins landed it in second place to the Polish's 21 wins in a race series held in this city for number 5 in racing. I'll repeat all of the questions after number 10. Hey guys, I want to remind you to turn in all 10 answers simultaneously. Don't give them to me piecemeal. Here comes number 6. I feel like an octopus moving all these gauges and dials and everything. Or like a DJ, yo. Number 6, in racing, historians argue whether this race effectively concluded or merely peaked on July 20th, 1969. Historians argue whether this race effectively concluded or merely peaked on July 20th, 1969 for number 6 in racing. Number 7 in racing, Sega's 1976 arcade racing game Motocross, rebranded in the US as Fonz, was the first video game to include this kind of interactive feedback. Sega's 1976 arcade racing game Motocross, rebranded in the US as Fonz, was the first video game to include this kind of interactive feedback. For number 7 in racing, repeats after number 10. Then we go to before and after. The audio round is Connected Artists. 6 degrees of artists? Degrees of artists. Yeah, degrees of overlapping artists. I don't know what it's going to be called. After that, pop princesses, and the final round tonight is random shit you should know. Only 3 more questions left on this round. How's everyone feeling out there? We had Wisconsin. That was a faraway one. Who else? Oh, we've got someone in the Philippines. Wow, pets and places in the Philippines. I think the Philippines is winning right now, unless there's someone else in like Vladivostok. That might be further. Or something like Alice Springs. Ooh, is anyone in Alice Springs? That would be absolutely amazing. All right. Here's number 8 in racing. Powering racing cars like the Jaguar XJ-R12, the Ferrari 250 Testarossa 5859, and the McLaren F1 GTR, more cars, 20 to be exact, have won the 24 Hours of Le Mans with this engine format than any other. Number 8 in racing, powering racing cars like the Jaguar XJ-R12, the Ferrari 250 Testarossa 5859, and the McLaren F1 GTR, more cars, 20 to be exact, have won the 24 Hours of Le Mans with this engine format than any other. For number 8 in racing, John R. Santa Cruz better get this one right. Hey, we got an Irish team member. Paul Current's asking, how am I feeling? You're now at 4 out of 19. Can you buy cheats? You could buy cheats a little bit later on in the evening, but I promise you, Paul, you're not current right now, but you will be. Okay, nope, I give up. Nope, that was a terrible, terrible, terrible pun. Here's number 9 in racing. This is the term describing the family of sports utilizing maps and compass to navigate through checkpoints over unfamiliar land. This is the term describing the family of sports. One more time. This is the term describing the family of sports utilizing maps and compass to navigate through checkpoints over unfamiliar land. For number 9 in racing. And finally, number 10 in racing. I'm going to put up every single question as a repeat, all 10 of them, so you can take a look at them at your leisure, but you only get like a minute or so to do that. Then you're going to turn your answers via Facebook Messenger. I'm going to read the answers. We're going to score it, see who's in the lead, and move on to round 3, before and after. Here's the final question of round 2, racing. 3 minutes, 15 seconds, 33, and 4 minutes, 52 seconds, 71 are the 3-lap world records in shortcut and non-shortcut races on this longest track of Mario Kart 64. 3 minutes, 15 seconds, 33, and 4 minutes, 52 seconds, 71 are the 3-lap world records in shortcut and non-shortcut races on this longest track of Mario Kart 64. Okay, guys, I'm going to give you 1 minute to see all 10 of them in repeats. You ready for it? There they are. You've got 1 minute. guys, how we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Let's get those answers in right now. I'm giving you 30 more seconds to answer that. Please send them to me via Facebook Messenger. And then we go on to round 3 before and after. All right. Turn them in. As we turn them in, I'd like to remind you that tonight's trivia round is brought to you by Guinness. The fine people at Guinness, who I paid retail for and bought. It's not brought to you by Guinness. It's not brought to you at all by Guinness. But, oh, crap. Oops. These are not twist off. Well, looks like I'll have to wait a little bit. All right, guys, let's get that turned in. There's one more time if you want to look at the questions. Hey, Tom Walsh is turned in. Dana's turned in. Clive is turned in. Kathleen is in. Jack Boyce, JB. Corinna Maria La Bella is turned in. Tanya, Monica. Wow. Everyone more or less turned in. Sounds like a plan to me. Another couple seconds to turn him in. And here we go with everyone good? Good. Joanna's in. Phil Kim's in. Looks like we're all in. Here are the answers to round 2 racing. Number 1, at the funeral games for Patroclus, organized by Achilles, Diomedes, with the help of Athena, beats Menelaus, Antilochus, and others in the epic poem called the Iliad. Number 2, they earned a DNF in Calgary, but they won in our hearts. The bobsledders from Jamaica. Number 3, Jacobus Johannes Jaap Eden was the only person to ever hold a world championship in cycling and speed skating, and obviously is from the Netherlands. Number 4, Chariots of Fire theme was written by Vangelis. 5, Chorizo's 19 wins landed in second to Polish's 21 wins in the famous sausage race of the Milwaukee Brewers. Milwaukee is the city in which those races are held. Number 6, what race might have ended or merely peaked on July 20th, 1969 is the space race. Number 7, Sega's 1976 motocross, known in the U.S. as the Fonz, was the first to have haptic feedback. If you said vibration or something like that, sure, give yourself a point. But haptic feedback is the actual name of that. Number 8, more cars have won with a V12 than any other. Obviously, duh. Well, actually, no. A lot of the Audis have, well, you got the diesel ones, which are, okay, whatever. I think V12s are smooth. Too. And number 9, orienteering is the name of the map and compass checkpoint racing sport. And number 10, the longest road on Mario Kart 64 is the Rainbow Road. Okay, guys, switch over to your virtual pub quiz score sheet. Start telling me how many out of 10 you got right. And then we're moving on to round 3, before and after. Round 3, before and after, will start after I read the scores and get a freaking bottle opener because I'm an idiot. Here's another look at those answers. Here's another look at those answers in case you didn't get them properly the first time. Hi, guys. I am 12-time Jeopardy champion Austin Rogers. In the course of my Jeopardy tenure, I got a nice amount of money. What I did not get is the use opener to enjoy safely memo on this. But I do have a Guinness with the foaming widget inside. So this is the best I'm going to get other than that of the gaff. All right, guys, turn him in, turn him in, turn him in. Grade yourselves, grade yourselves, grade yourselves. While my Guinness settles. Almost everyone is in. Quarantina Turner, looking for you guys, your answers. Couple 10 for 10s, a lot of 10 for 10s out there. Kim Jong-un got a 10 for 10. Thicko mode. Kim Jong-un 10, a 10 for 10. Clive, a 10 for 10. Couple 9s for 9s. Everyone looks like they're more or less in. I'm going to sort the scores and let's see who's in the lead. Going in to the next round. It's a tie for the lead. Clive and Quentin Quarantino are both tied for the lead. But right behind them, Mike Pence, None the Richer, Kim Jong-Undead, Thicko Mode, and Kim Jong-Unwell, all with 19. Couple 17s, couple 16s, and lower. But still, there's enough points on the board for anyone to hop to the lead here at the Brazen Head and Waylon Fundraising Trivia Extravaganza. Here we go into round 3, before and after. Yes, David Baird, Vibration Rumbling does count for number 7. Race to the Moon, Tanya Froy, yeah, Race to the Moon. Not really, because that was the end of the moon, and I said this was either the middle point. Nope, it's the space race. Yeah, I call that a pour, Paul. It's a freaking, yeah, I know it's a dope pour. Whatever. Look, it's settling now. Come on, guys. Barman and Ireland are now crying. You know what? Trivia's over. Everyone go home. Oh, wait, you're already home. All right, guys, here we go into round 3, before and I don't need this abuse. Round 3, before and after. If you've not played before and after before, please listen carefully. I'm going to give you 2 separate questions separated by the word and that form one compound answer with no partial credit. Think of one half. Think of the other half. Put them together. That is your answer. Here's the example right here. Right here. I still can't do this. How do weathermen do that? Nope, there. Right there. The example is, this Billy Joel song will get you high tonight. And Lynchburg's whiskey. The answer would be Captain Jack Daniels. Captain Jack is the Billy Joel song. Jack Daniels is the whiskey. Jack is the word in the middle. Write the whole thing out. No partial credit. Does everyone more or less understand those rules? Leave Brittany alone, writes Tim Darcy. Jim Darcy. All right, here we go into round 3, before and after. Think of one half. Think of the other half. Put them together. That is your answer. No partial credit. Then after that, we go into audio round, connected songs, 6 degrees of musicianship, whatever. I'll give you the rules for that. It's going to be super fun. Pop Princesses for round 5. And the last round night is random shit you should know. But first, let's get this before and after out of the way. This is where being in a team really counts. Consult with your teammates. Hey, I got this half. You get the other half. Put them together. Write the whole thing out. Number 1 in before and after. He's the first with his title to be a Jesuit and from the Southern Hemisphere, and either the father of empiricism or the highest auctioned post-war artist. He's the first with his title to be a Jesuit and from the Southern Hemisphere, and either the father of empiricism or the highest auctioned post-war artist for number 1 in before and after. Think of one half. Think of the other half. put them together, that is your answer. Zabby Doobie. For those of you who are new to this round, I'm giving you a little bit extra time between questions. Here's number 2 in before and after. Repair, Bourdain, Lagasse, and Puck have judged this show, and his first product in 1928 was a ready-to-heat spaghetti kit. Number 2, Repair, Bourdain, Lagasse, and Puck have judged this show, and his first product in 1928 was a ready-to-heat spaghetti kit for number 2 in before and after. Number 3. A 1987 judgment in a suit in favor of the creators of this game ruled facts are not copyrighted and Jefferson's third unalienable right. A 1987 judgment in a suit in favor of the creators of this game ruled facts are not copyrighted and Jefferson's third unalienable right. For number 3. In before and after. Number 4 in before and after. Bluto's 1978 cafeteria call to arms, and it was lost on most listeners that this song, sans parentheticals, was a parody of jock rock like Smokin' in the Boys' Room. Bluto's 1978 cafeteria call to arms, and it was lost on most listeners that this song, sans parentheticals, was a parody of jock rock like Smokin' in the Boys' Room for number 4 in before and after. See what I did there? I had the 4 in. I am a very, very sad person. No, I'm not. I'm great. Number five, and before and after. Again, just like the last round, all 10 of them will come up after that. Then we go in to the audio round, Connected Musicians. Holden's creator's initials and the culmination of Overlord. Holden's creator's initials and the culmination of Overlord for number 5 in before and after. number 6 in Before and After. Photographed by Annie Leibovitz, she is the first female rapper to appear on the cover of Vogue, and breakdancer is considered derogatory by the pioneers of the art who prefer this original term for dancers to Kool Herc's beats. Photographed by Annie Leibovitz, she is the first female rapper to appear on the cover of Vogue, and breakdancer is considered derogatory by the pioneers of the art who prefer this original term for the dancers to Kool Herc's beats. For number 6 in Before and After. And number 7 in Before and After. The audio round's going to be really fun, and I promise you, this is the chance where all the scores can change. After that is Pop Princesses, and the final round of the night is Random Shit You Should Know. We're about at the halfway mark here at the Waylon and Brazen Head Trivia Extravaganza, and we, the staffs of the Waylon and Brazen Head, truly, and genuinely are immensely gratified for all of your generosity in the past couple weeks, and hopefully, if we stay in this situation in the weeks to come. Thousands of dollars have been saved and distributed for the furloughed staffs of these fine drinking establishments. Drinking and eating establishments. Wings Monday. Here's number 7. I just might get some sleep tonight at the end of this 1970 song. And Dante Nero and newcomer V battle Urizen in the latest installment of this hack and slasher. I just might get some sleep tonight at the end of this 1970 song. And Dante Nero and newcomer V battle Urizen in the latest installment of this hack and slasher. For number 7 in Before and After. Think one half, think the other half, put them together. No partial credit. But don't worry if you're not doing too well, because the audio round's going to switch it up, and so is Pop Princesses. Paul, you are 100% right. That is the fun of this round, the reveal when you cycle through all the minutia stored up in, well, my tiny brain. I will not speak to your tiny brain, but that is the fun of it, especially if you're playing solo. There's a certain pride if you get it before and after by yourself. Then there's a certain amount of fun if you get it with a teammate. Here's number 8. Here's number 8. In Before and After. The 16th President's Virtuous Moniker and the Sausage King of Chicago. The 16th President's Virtuous Moniker and the Sausage King of Chicago for number 8 in Before and After. Just want to let everyone know who's mocking my pour, this is the foaming widget bottle, so you are supposed to upend it completely to simulate as best as you can the nitro effect of Guinness. So in the words of my father, may he rest in peace in Beacon, about 50 miles that way, shut the hell up. Number 9, Ron Burgundy's Sportscaster Sidekick, and sources differ, but this is most likely the best-selling jazz album of all time. Ron Burgundy's Sportscaster Sidekick, and sources differ, but this is most likely the best-selling jazz album of all time. For number 9, Before and After. Number 10 will come up next, and then I will put up all 10 questions for you to peruse for a minute or so. Turn in your answers. I read the answers. You score yourselves. And let's see who's on the leaderboard and who is not. Well, everyone's going to be on the leaderboard. Let's see where you are on the leaderboard as we go into the audio round. Degrees of separation music things. Yeah, that's what it's going to be called. And number 10, all 10 of them will come up forthwith. August 12th, 1908, the first of these rolled off the assembly line, and in January 2020, a sealed archive of 1,131 letters between Emily Hale and this proof rock poet was finally opened. August 12th, 1908, the first of these rolled off the assembly line, and in January 2020, a sealed archive of 1,131 letters between Emily Hale and this proof rock poet was finally opened. All right, guys, get your stuff together. Start tippity typing with your tappity hands in the Facebook Messenger app and send me all 10 at once. In the meantime, here come your repeats. If you don't need them, take this opportunity to go love a hugged one. Hug a loved one. Here they are. They're turning in quickly. Dana Wood coming up strong almost immediately. Right behind her, Irina Finkel. Let's get those in. You guys have a minute to turn in your answers. Then I read the answers. Oh, wait. We already did that. Wait, did we? No, we didn't. I still have to do that. It's so hard not doing this when you have a pen and paper in front of you all the time, and the paper dictates what comes next. I'm an old man, a creature of my ways. Ron's turned in. Answers coming up in 30 seconds. So get yours in 29. JB is in, Clive is in, the Dietzy crew is in, David Baird is in, Corinne Marie Labella is in. 10 more seconds or so to turn them in. Yep, Corinne, I got your adjustment. You are correct on that one. Good job. Joanna is in, Kathleen is in, Colin is in, Lisa is in, David is in, Walshy TDW is still banned is in. All right, looking good, looking good, looking good. Here we go, guys. Here are the answers to round 3 before and after. Oh, but first, totally forgot. Thank you, Visual Cue. Round 5 is the bribing round. We're going to take bribes for you to get ahead, and I'll tell you how that comes shortly. All the proceeds of the bribes will go to the staff of the Brazen Head Brooklyn and the Wayland NYC. By the way, if you do live in Manhattan's Hell's Kitchen area, the Wayland is now open for takeout and the like. I think I might actually drive down there. Oh my God, that was the bougiest thing I've ever said. I might drive. Well, okay, whatever. But round 5 is the bribing round. If you're in the bottom and you want to work a leg up, that might help. Or if you're in the top and you want to secure a victory, round 5 is the time to do it with all those bribes. I'll let you know how that works shortly. And remember, all the money gets redistributed equitably amongst the staffs of the 2 bars. Here are the answers to round 3 before and after. Number 1, the first with the title to be a Jesuit and from the Southern Hemisphere and the father of empiricism or a post-war artist, Pope Francis Bacon. Repair Bourdain Lagasse Puck Show and Ready to Heat Spaghetti, Chef Boyardee, Top Chef Boyardee. Number 8, a judgment instituted the favor of the creators of this game. Ruled facts are not copyrighted in Jefferson's third unalienable right, Trivial Pursuit of Happiness. 4, Bluto's Cafeteria Call to Arms, and This Is an Ironic Song, Food, Fight for Your Right. The parentheticals are you gotta fight for your right to party. Those are the parentheticals. Eliminate those. Number 5, Holden's creator's initials. That would be Holden Caulfield, J.D. Salinger, and the culmination of Overlord was June 6, 1944, J.D. Day. Number 6, Annie Leibovitz put her on the cover of Vogue, and breakdancer was frowned upon, but this was the original term that people preferred. Cardi, B-boys, or B-girls, whichever you have, are correct. Number 7, Just Might Get Some Sleep Tonight, and Dante Nero NV, hack and slasher game, a friend of the Devil May Cry. Not Devil May Care. I saw a couple of those. It's Devil May Cry. Number 8, the virtuous 16th president and the sausage king of Chicago, Honest Abe Froman. I don't think there's an H in the Abe Froman. I double-checked that. I saw 2 different sources. Regardless, spelling doesn't count. You got the H, you got a point. You know H, you got a point. Number 9, Ron Burgundy's a sportscaster sidekick and best-selling jazz album of all time, Whammy, Champ Kind of Blue. Champ Kind was the character's name. And 1908, first off an assembly line, and poet with this weird little thingy. Fascinating story if you want to look that up. She declined. Anyway, it's model T.S. Eliot. She declined his engagement, and then he returned to Britain, and he married someone within weeks, and then they didn't talk from like 1919 to 1933, and then from 1933 to like the 40s, they talked all the time, exchanging all those letters. And then his wife died, and then he said, yeah, still, I'm not going to marry you. Poets, ma'am. Poets. But she ended up being a teacher. Emily Hale ended up being a teacher and would tell her students, oh, that line's about me. Could you imagine that? Being like, oh, yeah, that line by, T.S. Eliot is about me. What a fascinating story. Yes, Tanya, Cardi B-boying does count. So give yourself a point of that. Flip over to your score sheet, everyone. Grade yourselves. Most of you are in. We got a couple teams who are not quite yet. I'll give you a couple more seconds to do that. And then we go into the audio round. The audio round is going to have a little bit of explanation on the rules. So let me give you guys a couple seconds to figure out Degrees of Artists. That's why I decided to call it. A couple seconds to figure out your scores. Looks like everyone is more or less turned in. Anyone missing? Anyone missing? Anyone missing? Phil Kim is not missing. Lisa is not missing. Let's turn them in, guys. All right, and the scores. Wow, do we have a barn burner here? 3 teams got 10s out of 10s and shot them to a dead heat. 25 points and up for Dis and Like Dat and Like Deets and That was one of my team names. That's why it's good. The Branch Covidians moving up a bunch to 26, tied with Little Lysol, Big Little Lysol. Thicko Mode with 27, 28 for Kim Jong Unwell, 29 apiece for Kim Jong Undead, and Mike Pence None the Richer, and Quentin Quarantino all with 29, and Clive clinging to the lead by 1 point with another perfect 10 out of 10. I note that this says classical music here. That was originally what I was going to do, but it is not, so let me change that to degrees of artists. Round 4 is the audio round, degrees of artists. This is pretty fun. Here's how this is going to work. I'm going to play 11 songs through twice. Not the whole songs, but clips. I'm going to play 11 song clips through twice. Each song has 2 artists associated with it in that they are performing. You can name one. Secondly, each artist can only be used once. Third, you get an additional point for naming the song title. So, what we're going to hear is 11 song clips played through twice. You get 1 point for either of the 2 artists performing that song, 1 point for the song title. You can only use each individual artist once. Here's a quick example. If I say I played Under Pressure followed by Dancing in the Streets. The first one is Queen and David Bowie. The second one is David Bowie and Mick Jagger. Therefore, for Under Pressure or Dancing in the Streets, you can only pick David Bowie once. If you pick David Bowie for the Queen song, you must pick Mick Jagger for the next song. Does everyone more or less get that? Does that, yes, we're going, Mike Dietz, this goes to 11. Does everyone understand that? Everyone get it? I think it sounds good. You're going to hear 11 songs, 22 possible points. Each song will have 2 artists. One song actually has 3. But each song will have 2 artists associated with it. You can only use each of those artists once. 1 point for one of the artists, 1 point for the song title. As we go into the audio round. Pretty Tricky says, yep, got you diagonally. Whatever that means. Audio round, degrees of artists start with number 1. Now. And it's something that a drama to every word's called love, love. I was born a singing fool, la-dee-da. Oh, Major Pose is gonna spot ya. Got through Yale with boola. Here. Number 4. Number 5. Here's number 5. coming up on number 6 right now.
Get to share it. Leaves you, darling. You don't care for much. Mary.
Number 7. Hey, Timmy. Number 8. Number 9. Number 9.
Thinking, how could I be so selfish? But you called about 1,000 times, wondering where I've been. Now I know what it
Number
takes
10.
to come alive. It's the way I'm feeling, I just can't deny. But I gotta let it go.
And number 11. All right, everyone sort of get it? Do you see what happened there? Each subsequent song has an overlapping artist, and you can only use each artist once. Going back one more time, 1 point for either of the artists, pending using them once, and 1 point for the song title in number 1, Connected Degrees of Artists.
It's small with a wall of cola, and it's something that a drama to a blue words call love, love. I was born a singing foola, la di da. Oh, Major Bose is gonna spot ya. Got through Yale.
Number 3. Number 4.
When I think of all those disappointments, I just laugh. I know you do. I just laugh. When the river was deep, I didn't falter. When the mountain
Number 5.
today, I know I'm living for tomorrow. Couldn't make me the past, but that I mustn't feel. Get to share.
6.
Leaves you, darling. You don't care for much. Did I
7. Number 8. And number 9.
you call about 1,000 times, wondering where I've been. Now I know
Number 10.
what it takes to come alive. It's the way I'm feeling, I just can't deny. But I've gotta let it go.
And finally, 11.
With hands up, I look up to the sky and give it. I give it. I give it.
All right, guys, I'm going to give you a minute or so to gather your thoughts, knowing very well that if you use one artist here, you might have to sacrifice them for the subsequent or previous song. Let's give you guys a minute or so to figure this out. There's the rules again in case you are still confused. I see Dietzy is in. David Baird is in. McColgan, Take Me Away is in. Timmy is in. Justin, not in quite yet. Let's turn him in, guys. You guys got one more minute to turn him in. Then we go into round 5, the bribery round, Pop Princesses. Following that is the final round of the night. Random Shizzy, You Should Nizzy, Ma Bit Izzy's. And again, the top 4 teams are all within 1 point of one another. The top 9 or 10 teams, the top 12, 13 teams are within 6 points of one another. But even all the way down there, the Corona Dreamers and Co-Video Kill the Radio Star, you guys have enough points to be able to catch up. It's anyone's game here at the honorary Brazen Head Wayland Joint Chiefs of Staff Extravaganza, blah, 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 blah. Meg, you want more than a minute to converse? You're in 6 different cities? You got it. No, Jessica, you're not getting 8 minutes. You're not getting it. I love you, but you're not getting it. All right, I'll give everyone 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes to get your shit together. And then I'm giving you the answers. All right, guys. I think that's enough of this. That's enough of this nonsense. Tanya's in. Justin's in. Corinne's in. Ron, you're in. JB is in. Feeling good about this? I actually don't care how you feel about it. Here are the answers to 6 degrees of artists. You ready for this, Jelly? All right. Number 1 was Al Jolson and Cab Calloway. Either gets you a point. I love to sing a. Number 2 was Cab Calloway with the Blues Brothers Band, Minnie the Moocher. 1 point for either of those. 3, the Blues Brothers overlapped with Aretha Franklin. Think. Number 4, Aretha Franklin or George Michael together, and I Knew You Were Waiting for Me. 5, George Michael or Mary J. Blige. The name of that song is just As. Number 6, Mary J. Blige with U2, 1. Number 7, U2 or Bruce Springsteen. Either gets a point, depending on what you used. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. 8, Bruce Springsteen and Paul McCartney. I saw her standing there. Number 9, you guys got to gimme on this one. This could help you out. Paul McCartney or Rihanna or Kanye West in 4 or 5 seconds. Either one of them gets you a point. Number 10, Rihanna moved on, though, with Calvin Harris to We Found Love. And finally, Calvin Harris featuring Haim, Pray to God. So make sure that you've got one artist mentioned only once. I'm going to double check some of your answers, but in the meantime, hop on over to the 0429 Virtual Pub Quiz sheet and tell me how many you got right. All right, guys, while you're putting in your answers and I'm double checking some of your scores, take a look over here. Damn it, I still can't get this right. How do they do it? Take a look over here. Yeah, all right, I can do it with this hand. Take a look over here and make sure that you got them in there and start tallying your scores. While you're telling your scores, I'm going to start explaining to you the bribing round. Here we go with round 5. Coming up next is Pop Princesses. The bribing round, all proceeds go to the Brazen Head Brooklyn and the Wayland NYC. Feeling bad about yourself, feeling good about yourself, and want to nail down that win? Or if you're in the basement and you're taking this opportunity to crawl up the leaderboard, you can bribe me. You can bribe us, actually. The entire bar establishment you can bribe. And the bribing is simple. $20 gets you a clue to the next round. $40 gets you a full-on answer. Send me via Venmo, Austin T. Rogers, $20, $40, or a combination thereof, and tell me what you want. $20 will get you a clue to the next round, Pop Princesses, and $40 gets you a full-on answer. I already have someone give us $100, so you're going to get 2 answers and 1 clue. So send me via Venmo. $20 gets you a clue. $40 gets you a full-on answer in the next round, Pop Princesses. You don't get a choice of what you have. You're just going to get it. And then we go in the last round of the night. Random shizzy, you should nizzy my busies. The bribes are coming in. The bribes are coming in, which means I got a little bit of work to do. The clues have got to go out. So take a look at these while I take a look at these. Get your bribes in. $20 gets you a clue. $40 gets you a full-on answer in the next round, Pop Princesses. 3 minutes to get your bribes in. How we doing with those bribes out there? We've got a couple in. You guys got maybe a minute left to bribe. $20 gets a clue. $40 gets a full-on answer in the forthcoming round. Pop Princesses. Then we go in the last round night random. Shit you should know. Best score of the night's going to get $50 here at the Brazen Head Whalen Extravaganza. You know what? The best score of the last round, regardless of pre-existing conditions, is going to get $24. Sure. Get those bribes in 30 seconds. All right, looks like we got all the bribes in, don't we? Yeah, we got a lot of bribes. Someone's pretty desperate. Pretty desperate, sis. All right, here are the answers to how are your scores? Sorry, to the audio round. Lots of great scores out there. And if someone can move their cursor, we can sort them and see who is in the lead. Wow, Clive with a 20 for 20, but Kim Jong Undead also with a 20 for 22, sorry. 21 out of 22. Deetsy is shooting to third place with 46. A couple 45s, 44, 43, 42 for Thicko Mode and Branch Covidians. 41 for Corinne Labella and the fellas. 40 and below for more or less everyone else. But down there in the basement, nor fucking chance. Colin Edgar got a 20 out of 22 on that round. This is going to come down to the wire. Some of your bribes might actually have done it. All right, here we go to round 5, Pop Princesses. And then the last round of the night is going to be a random. Shit you should know. Best score of the last round is going to get $24 returned to them, courtesy of us at the Whalen and the Brazen Head. And the winner of the evening gets $50. Great tradition's been happening in the past couple weeks. Many winners have been just pitching it back in and saying, re-up me next week. If you want to do that, that's cool. If you want that cold, hard Venmo cash, no problem also. We really appreciate how much money you're helping us out with. I know it's just a bar and it's just a couple staff here and a couple staff there, but the impacts that we can have are, they're pretty touching. They're pretty important. So thank you again. Should we get more people? We'll expand to more bars and more restaurants and stuff like that. So that is up to you to tell your friends and your family to join and contribute, and let's get this a little bit bigger. All right, here we go with Pop Princesses repeats after number 10. Pop Princesses, this will be fun. Kiari Pamu Pamu is known as the pop princess of this neighborhood, shorthand for Japanese youth culture. Kiari Pamu Pamu is known as the pop princess of this neighborhood, shorthand for Japanese youth culture for number 1 in Pop Princesses. Dr. Paul, sorry, I missed your answer. It is coming across the boards right now. Number 2 in Pop Princesses. Although she performed on Young Talent Time, This pop princess was not invited to join the cast with her sister and instead landed a role on Neighbors. Although she performed on Young Talent Time, this pop princess was not invited to join the cast alongside her sister and instead landed a role on Neighbors for number 2 in Pop Princesses. Last round of the night is random stuff you should know. Now, the first 10, not the first 10, somewhere in the middle, 10 teams who got their Venmos in within a window got a very useful clue on the final round of the night. That's right. That clue that I gave you, just use special 10, applies directly to the final clue of the evening. So extrapolate from that what you will. What do you think that one-word clue I gave you might insinuate for the last question of the night? Yep. We've got all kinds of ways to cheat here at the Whalen and the Brazen Head. Now, by the way, in real life trivia, if you cheat, I just dock your scores. I sort of get chill if you're doing it right now, so I give a leg up to people who give money. Here we go with question 3 in round 5, Pop Princesses. This 2012 track was Taylor Swift's first Billboard Hot 100 chart number 1. This 2012 track was Taylor Swift's first Billboard Hot 100 chart number 1. For number 3 in Pop Princesses. Number 4 in Pop Princesses, this Habits Stay High Swede has been dubbed the Dark Pop Queen. Number 4, this Habits Stay High Swede has been dubbed the Dark Pop Queen for number 4 in Pop Princesses. Hey, Tom Gilroy, I just might do classical music next week. I was thinking classical music or maybe audiobooks read by famous actors. I don't know. Trying to think of which one. Depends. Thus are the whims of the Rogers. Number 5 in Pop Princesses, all of them will come up after number 10. Since Whitney's The Bodyguard album is classified as a soundtrack, this country pop album is the best-selling solo female artist album of all time. Since Whitney's The Bodyguard album is classified as a soundtrack, this country pop album is the best-selling solo female artist album of all time for number 5 in Pop Princesses. Number 6 in Pop Princesses. While Michael and Madonna are the king and queen, and there are many labeled lowercase pop princess, she's the true capital letters princess of pop. While Michael and Madonna are king and queen, and there are many labeled lowercase pop princess, she's the true undisputed princess of pop. For number 6 in Pop Pop Ram. 7 in Pop Princesses. All of them will come up on screen as repeats after number 10. Then we get the last round of the night random. Shit you should know. Best score of the last round is going to get $24. And the best score of the evening is going to get $50. Can anyone out there unseat the Clive three-peat? I just may eat some hay. Number 7, with the most YouTube subscribers of any music group, Jisoo, Jennie, Rose, and Lisa are members of this girl group. With the most YouTube subscribers of any music group, Jisoo, Jennie, Rose, and Lisa are members of this girl group for number 7 in Pop Princesses. Number 8 in Pop Princesses. All of them will be repeated after number 10. Then we go to the final round of night random. Shit you should know. Air is number 8. An homage to a group 30 years their senior, this pop group was called the Fab Five. An homage to a group 30 years their senior, this pop group was called the Fab Five for number 8 in Pop Princesses. Trying to dance to like a CPE Bach flute sonata or whatever the hell this is. What is it? Is it Oh my God, it is CPE Bach. Honestly, 100% total guess because this whole thing's on shuffle. Wow. Good call, Austin. Hold on. High five. Boom. Fucking genius. Here's number 9 in Pop Princesses. Hal David and Burt Bacharach's Wishin' and Hopin' was a 1964 hit for British pop and soul icon Dusty Springfield, who recorded it 2 years after this American pop and soul icon. Hal David and Burt Bacharach's Wishin' and Hopin' was a 1964 hit for British pop and soul icon Dusty Springfield, who recorded it 2 years after this American pop and soul icon for number 9 in Pop Princesses. And number 10. All of them will come up as repeats after this question. And I'll give you some minutes with your teammates to get and then submit your answers via Facebook Messenger. I'll read the answers. You'll add the scores. And we'll see who's going into the lead in the final round, into the final round of the night random shit you should know. Number 10 in Pop Princesses. This former pop princess was nominated for a 2017 Best Supporting Actress in Television Golden Globe and a 2019 Best Lead Actress in a Drama Primetime Emmy. This former pop princess was nominated for a 2017 Best Supporting Actress in Television Golden Globe and a 2019 Best Lead Actress in a Drama Primetime Emmy. All right, guys. Get your answers together, confer with your teammates, then turn them in via Facebook Messenger. After that, I'm going to read the actual answers. You're going to score yourselves, and we're going to see who's in the lead going into the last round of the night. Random shit you should know. Here's all 10 questions. One more time for your perusal. You got a minute. All right, Collins turned him in. Kathleen's got him in. Dietzy's in. Who else is it? Angela McColgan is in. You guys got another 30 seconds or so to confer with your teams and turn them in via Facebook Messenger. Looking at some of those answers, pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. And remember, spelling really doesn't count as long as it's phonetically close enough. Hey, just a word to the wise out there. This won't spoil anything for anyone, but Tim McGraw, surprisingly not classified as a pop princess. Who knew? I had no idea. All right, guys, let's get him in, get him in, get him in, get him in. Buddy Holly, also not really a pop princess, so it's not really counting either. Oh man, some really great scores out there. Lots of 9s out of 10s and stuff like that, just from me casually perusing and checking it out. Yes, Quigs, Tug McGraw, definite pop princess. Oh, Tim McGraw's a Taylor Swift song. I totally forgot about that. Oh, yeah. All right. Yep, I'm dumb. Well, yes, I know. I asked for the song title, which I just spilled my hand, which is, that's not the answer. All right, guys, we ready? We're as ready as we're gonna be. Here we go with the answers to pop princesses. Kiara Pamu Pamu is known as the pop princess of Harajuku, the Japanese neighborhood. Number 2, Kylie Minogue did not make it to Young Talent Time, but she landed a role on Neighbors, which made her famous. Number 3, Taylor Swift's number 1 Billboard Hot 100 was We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together. I remember when we broke up the first time. Number 4, Habit Stay High Swede, known as Dark Pop Queen, is Tova Lo. I like that. Number 5, Whitney's Bodyguard is classified as a soundtrack, so the top-selling female artist album of all time is Come On Over by Shania Twain. Number 6, the king and queen of pop are Michael and Madonna, but the princess of pop, obviously, is the queen. Wait, how can she be the queen and the princess? Well, it's Britney Spears. It's Britney, bitch. Number 7, Blackpink, the K-pop group, have the most YouTube subscribers of any group. Number 8, the Fab Five was the Spice Girls, obviously a takeoff of the Fab Four, which was Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin, the Fab Four. Nope, I'm sorry. I've been told it's the Who. The Who is the Fab Four. Number 9, Hal David and Burt Bacharach's Wishin' and Hopin' was a smash hit for Dusty Springfield, but recorded first by Dionne Warwick. And number 10, Golden Globe and Emmy nominated actress, former pop princess, Mandy Moore. All right, guys, hop on over to your virtual pub quiz scoring sheet and start telling me how many you got right. I know Angela McColgan turned him in immediately with a 10 out of 10. Meanwhile, I'm going to check a couple of you guys and see how you did and how much cheaty, naughty you might have done. You guys want good news, bad news, or awesome news? What do you want? Good news, bad news, or awesome news? Because I got good news for most of you. Here's the good news. It's actually excellent news for some of you guys. And I did not try to do anything like this, but Team Clive, our leaders, turned in their answers 3 minutes late. They turned them in actually after I had already read the answers. So I think I'm going to just dock half of what they would have received. How's that sound? Sorry, Team Clive. Rules are rules. And just like that, the ball game is wide open. 53 points for Life Without Pie, 53 for Like Dis and Like Dat and Deets and 55 for Big Little Lysol, 55 for Clive, and 57 hop into the lead. Kim Jong Undead. Big Little Lysol, Angela McColgan, both with 10s out of 10s, and a couple 9s out there from Sand Lake Pearl Jam and I'm Afraid of Monsters to You. Oh no, they got an 8. And Norfolk and Chance. Life Without Pie, Phil Kim also got a 9 out of 10. Here we go into the last round of the night. Random shit you should know. There's neither rhyme nor reason to any of these questions, so please do not look for a theme. We will take repeats after question number 10, the 10th question of the round. There are multiple points on the board here for the winner of tonight's contest. You guys ready for this? This is the last round of the night. Random McRandomness. Random shit you should know. Question number 1 starts in I don't know, 1 minute. Guys, we're back. I just had a conversation with my IT department, which is me. And it turns out that Team Clive's router reset while they were announcing the answers. So I'm just going to dock them 1/3 of what they would have gotten correct. Which brings the scores to, which brings the scores to 53 apiece for Life Without Pi, Dissin' Like Dat and Like Deets and 55 for Little Lysol, and 57 for Clive, 58 and the lead, Kim Jong Undead. I can't give Clive full credit for what they would have gotten because I can't verify the veracity of their claim that their router died. But I'm trying to be as fair as possible. That said, just by some little electronic magic, we have 6 teams within 7 points of one another. Last round of the night, random shit you should know. There's neither rhyme nor reason to any of these questions. And look out for question number 10. For those of you who were in that group of 10 who got the very special answer and cheat clue, you might want to think about it in the coming round. Here we go with question number 1 in Random Shit You Should Know. Let's do this. Repeats after number 10, of course. Number 1, cursed by Apollo, she kept her divine gift of seeing the future, but her visions were never believed. Number 1, cursed by Apollo, she kept her divine gift of seeing the future, but her visions were never believed. For number 1 in Random Shit You Should Know. Yes, Christopher, this game is under protest. A protest of awesome, bro. I don't even know what that means. Number 2 in Random Shit You Should Know. This metropolis bears the name of a chief of the Duwamish and Suquamish tribes. This metropolis bears the name of a chief of the Duwamish and Suquamish tribes. For number 2 in Random Shit You Should Know. And number 3, Von Eyck's 1434 Arnolfini portrait hung in Philip IV of Spain's palace and likely inspired Velázquez's 1656 Las Meninas painting, as both artists put one of these on the farthest wall of their compositions. Von Eyck's 1434 Arnolfini portrait hung in Philip IV of Spain's palace and likely inspired Velázquez's 1656 Las Meninas painting, as both artists put one of these on the farthest wall of their compositions. For number 3 in Random Shit You Should Know. I'm like the aliens from Signs. Number 4 in the last round of the evening. Number 4, both named after a Swedish village. Elements number 39 and 70 are the only elements on the periodic table that begin with this letter. Both named after a Swedish village, elements number 39 and number 70 are the only elements on the periodic table that begin with this letter. For number 4, Random Shit You Should Know. Number 5. We Will Not Catch You Outside reads a fake protest in These Hoes, the debut music video by Bad Baby, once known by this given name. We Will Not Catch You Outside reads a fake protest sign in These Hoes, the debut music video by Bad Baby, once known by this given name. Number 5. In Random Shit You Should Know. ASMR. Oh, you're right, Mike. Deetsy, I completely forgot. Here's question number 6. In the last round of the night. So many different effects. All right. Enough of that noise. Literally enough of that noise. Here's number 6 in Random Shit You Should Know, repeats of all of them after number 10. And number 10 is very special for those of you who got in the special window for specialness. Brought to you by Special Co., a Special K corporation. Number 6. This original song from Moulin Rouge was ineligible for an Academy Award because it had already been written for Baz Luhrmann's earlier film, William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. Romeo plus Juliet. Word. This original song from Moulin Rouge was ineligible for an Academy Award because it had been written earlier for Baz Luhrmann's William Shakespeare's Romeo plus Juliet. For number 6 in Random Shit You Should Know, repeats after number 10. Best score this round gets $24. Best score of the night gets $50 here at the Wayland and Brazen Head Joint Trivia. Guys, we can't thank you enough for doing this. I think this is week 5 of doing this, and every week we have such a great turnout. But I think it would make it better if we could get even more people. Here we go into number 7. I don't know. Should I be yelling or should I be like dulcet toning? Well, here's number 7 in Random Shit You Should Know. He was both the first NFL player to complete a touchdown pass to himself and the QB for the Super Bowl 37 winning Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He was both the first NFL player to complete a touchdown pass to himself and the QB for the Super Bowl 37 winning Tampa Bay Buccaneers. For number 7 in Random Shit You Should Know. Number 8, 3 more questions on the round and on the evening. Let's do this. Number 8. This term was first used in a 1935 article pertaining to athletics. It has nothing to do with the Roman numeral 4. This term was first used in a 1935 article pertaining to athletics. It has nothing to do with the Roman numeral 4. For number 8 in Random Shit You Should Know. And number 9, 2 more questions left on the round and on the evening. Then I will display all 10 repeats for you. Number 10's a doozy, so I'm going to give you guys a nice chunk of time to figure that one out. And then the best score of this round is going to get $24. The best score of the night is going to get $50. And again, from the bottom or the top or the side or the left or the right or the up, down, left, right, BA, select start of our hearts. We thank you for donating week after week to the staffs of the Whalen and the Brazen Head. If you're thinking of another bar who might want in on this, let me know. If we could grow it, we can grow it. Let's spread this pot around because service people, sometimes we can't even claim unemployment. Here's number 9. Oh, wait. I just had number 9. It's been up the whole time. In 2012, the Law Library of the University of Mississippi School of Law was renamed in honor of this author. Was that up there the whole time? It was, wasn't it? Sorry. Let me do it again. Weatherman. Was that up there the whole time? It was, wasn't it? In 2012, the Law Library of the University of Mississippi School of Law was renamed in honor of this author for number 9. It was up there the whole time, wasn't it? I mean, as drunk as I was last week. I'm not even drunk. Thanks, Mom. And number 10. This is for all of the proverbial marbles. Listen very carefully. You have up to 12 possible points for this last question of the evening. Please do not write any more than 12 answers, for I will stop counting after the 12th thing you've written. 12 points on the board. This is for $24 for the best score of this round. This is for $50 for the winner. This is for nothing for everyone else. 12 points, no more than 12 answers. Pay very close attention. There are 32 states in Los Estados Unidos Mexicanos. Name up to 12 of them. 1 point for each correct answer. No points for an incorrect answer. One more time. There are 32 states in Los Estados Unidos Mexicanos. Name up to 12 of them. 1 point for each correct answer. Basically, I'm asking, can you name 12 of 32 Mexican states? That's it for the night, guys. Here's where you get to think. I'm going to put all the repeats up on the screen right now. You're going to converse with your teams. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes to converse. I'll come back on. I'll start gathering your scores. We'll read the answers, and we'll crown a winner tonight at the Whalen and the Brazen Head Trivia Extravaganza. Here are your repeats. One more minute. One more minute. One more minute to take a look at these. And then let's start getting our answers in. We already got a couple teams turning them in. Let's get all you in. You know what? That's enough of that. Turn him in. Let's turn him in. Let's turn him in. Make sure that you guys follow the Waylon and the Brazen Head. Find them on your Twitters and your Facebooks and your Instagrams. Because who knows, maybe we'll list some more cheating on this one. Mike Dietzy just turned in his. Hey, Dietzy, how's it going in the wilds of New Jersey? Kathleen turned hers in. Angela as well. You guys got roughly 1 more minute to turn them in. And then the answers are forthwith. Lisa's in. Colin's in. Dana's in. Walshy's in. Good job, everyone. Let's do a little virtual cheers to ourselves for staying healthy, to ourselves for doing our jobs by staying indoors, and to ourselves for helping our friends who don't have jobs that allow them to work from home. Cheers, everyone. Tiny Glass is back. Clink. Corinne's got him in. Walshy's got him in. Irina's got him in. 1 more minute left, and then the answers shall be revealed. Monica's in. One of the stealth things that happens here at this trivia, and when it happens in person live style, there's a bunch of Jeopardy champions out there lurking in the shadows, ready to stab you. Yes, Tanya, I am looking at yours right now. Don't worry about the spelling. Spelling is A-OK. Except for what you wrote for number 10. That is not okay. You're missing a letter there. Ron's got his in. Time's ticking. 30 seconds left to turn him in. 30 seconds left. If you are not in my messenger inbox, which I'm looking at right now, if you are not in it by the time I start reading the answers, nothing. Absolutely nothing. No firm, no fair, just brutal, cutthroat. Yes, Monica, I got your change. Excellent. Brutal, cutthroat, annihilation, abnegation of your entire scores if you don't have it in. Oh, now Clive doesn't have technology programs because he got it in time. 30 seconds left to turn them all in. The answers are coming. Phil Kim turned him in. Later rather than never. Everyone ready? Everyone feeling good? If your answers come into me after I start reading the first answer, yout. Yout. You've been spent. Here we go. The answers to the final round tonight. Random shit you should know. Cursed by Apollo, Cassandra had the divine gift of seeing the future, but her visions were never believed. The metropolis named after a chief of the Duwamish and Suquamish is Seattle, Washington. Van Eyck's Arnolfini portrait and Velázquez's Las Meninas both have a mirror in the back. Yttrium and Ytterbium both start with the letter Y and are named after a Swedish village. We Will Not Catch You Outside is These Hoes by Bad Baby, better known by the Cash Me Outside, How About That Girl. Danielle Bregoli is her name. Number 6, Moulin Rouge song, originally written for William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, is Come What May. Number 7, Brad Johnson, both won Super Bowl 37 and caught a touchdown pass to himself. Number 8, Term in 1935 with Nothing to Do with a Roman numeral is the Ivy League. Yes, all of those Ivy League people who said it's such a storied institution, it's from 1935. Betty White is older than the Ivy League. Number 9, Law Library of the University of Mississippi is named after John Grisham. And number 10, the 12 states of Mexico. They're coming through your chat right here if you want to take a look at them to make sure that you got them right. Oh, I just did something wrong. Okay. Anyway, they're Aguascalientes, Baja California Sur, Campeche, Coahuila, Colima, Chiapas, Chihuahua, Durango, Mexico City or Ciudad de Mexico, Guanajuato, Guerrero, Hidalgo, Jalisco, Mexico, that is its own state, Michoacán, Morelos, Nayarit, Nuevo León, Oaxaca, Puebla, Querétaro, Quintana Roo, San Luis Potosi, Sinaloa, Sonora, Tabasco, Tamaulipas, Tlaxcala, I can't really say that one, Veracruz, Yucatan, and Zacatecas. Those are your answers. Everyone out there, please try to match up the ones that you got and hop on over to the scoreboard and tell me how many you got. Give you guys a couple minutes to figure that out. I'm going to double check work on this, the last round of the night, because the best score of this last round gets $24 back, and the best score of the evening gets $50 here at the Brazen Head and Whalen Joint Venture Extravaganza. Take a look in your chat for close up and take a look right here. God damn it, why can't I not do that? Opposite. Go over there and take a look and make sure you got those Mexican states. All right. Looks like everyone is turned in. Everyone feel comfortable that they've scored? I've looked at those who have scored, and I can say with confidence that I can crown a winner. Here are the scores. You can all see them. and those hold true. 69 for the Branch Covidians, 70 apiece for Corinne LaBella and the fellas. Corinne LaBella, you guys got 20 points on that board. You're going to split for the best score of that round, $12 apiece with Big Little Lysol, who had 75. Mike Dietze and Phil Kim right behind it with 70 and 72. But it is literally a tie between Team Clive, despite being docked for having terrible internet, and Kim Jong Undead. Ordinarily, were we doing this live? You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Kim Jong Undead and Team Clive, we're doing a tie break. We're doing a tie break. You ready to go? Everyone ready for the tie break? Good? Got it? Go? Here we go. Here's the tie break. Mary, Clive, I'm going to ask you a question, and just like sorry, just dropped out. Are we back? All right, we're good. We're back. Sorry, there was a quick drop out right there, but now we got it. Here's the tiebreak. Mary, Clive, I'm going to give you guys a certain amount of time, and you're going to send me an answer. If you don't get it in by the time a song is played, you are out. Mary and Clive, Price is Right rules, closest without going over. Closest without going over. Closest without going over. This is for Team Clive and Mary Ringy. Closest without going over. How long in feet is the Verrazano Narrows Bridge? How long in feet is the Verrazano Narrows Bridge? You guys got to get this into me before this little tune that you're hearing in the background is over. How long in feet is the Verrazano Narrows Bridge? One answer from each of you. From Clive and from Mary. Turn them in now. Wonder what they say. Let's see. Oh, it's so quiet. It's so quiet. And Clive, Mary, I'm waiting for your answers. How long in feet is the Verrazano Narrows Bridge? Mary, I'm just waiting for you. All right, we got two answers. One from Mary, one from Clive. Mary says, panic! The Verrazano Bridge is 5,000 feet. Clive wrote 13,500 feet. The Verrazano Narrows Bridge, which bridges Staten Island to Brooklyn, is 13,700 feet. Team Clive is the winner of the evening. But you know what? Clive, you've won twice in a row. You're going to split it with Mary Matthews. Mary Matthews, you get $25. Clive, you guys get $25. I just wanted to have a tie and see how it turned out. Thank you, everyone, so much for coming tonight. Thank you for sticking around for an hour and a half, 2.5 hours. I am so sorry. Thank you for donating. And please tell your friends, your families, your loved ones, and most importantly, your enemies that we're here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. If you have any suggestions, everyone out there has my Venmo account and has my Facebook Messenger. Send me a message. What do you want to hear in the future? And make sure to follow and subscribe both of our bars, the Whalen and the Brazen Head, because maybe we'll give some hints there. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for playing. Thank you so much for donating to the staffs of the Brazen Head and the Whalen. Pia Jesu Domine Dona es Requiem cum Sanctus Spiritu in Gloria Dei Patris. Amen. Have a fantastic evening and good night. Let's listen to some music.